Greetings to another episode of Talking Ifa with me, Babalawo Salako. I was thinking about a line in a song by a famous group, Earth, Wind, and Fire, in which he says something to the effect, do you have no direction, no purpose, no reason for living? But I want to come today and tell you that there's an answer and a solution to those problems, and that is Ifá. So let's talk. Greetings. I'm Babalawo Salako. I was initiated as a priest of Ifá and Obatala in Nigeria in 2006, and I've been practicing the Ifá Orisha religion for over 30 years now. My mission is simple: to help those who are new to the religion or lost in the religion. So if that's you, then buckle up and join me. This is Talking Ifa. So the problem of having no direction or no purpose, and we're talking about purpose. What is purpose and having purpose in life? Well, purpose in general is the feeling of that you have a reason, that there's something in your life that's giving you purpose, meaning I'm living my life and I have this purpose. I feel good about that. But just in thinking about the term purpose, I started thinking, do you only have one purpose? Can you have one purpose? Can you have multiple purposes? So if you find one purpose, say for instance that you don't work a job and you're sitting at home all week, and then you say, okay, I'm going to go start volunteering at this nursing home on Saturdays. So then every Saturday you go and you volunteer for 8 hours at the nursing home. And that gives you a feeling of some purpose, like I'm doing something, I'm giving back, I'm doing something with my life. But is that enough for you? Is that enough? Or you're sitting at home the other 6 days of the week with nothing to do and you're getting bored. Sometimes people get into trouble when they're bored. Sometimes they get depressed. Sometimes they start getting into substance abuse. But, so then the question then is finding one singular purpose, is that enough? And so what does it mean when I say, is it enough? Is it enough for what? Well, in my opinion, I look at it as being a little deeper than just finding a purpose, or people that say, I'm trying to find myself, and they're going through life and they feel lost, and I don't know what my purpose is in life, and that sort of thing. But for me, it seems that more what they're looking for is fulfillment. You're looking for fulfillment in life, right? Where you want to feel fulfilled. So if you find different purposes or a purpose that's really does it for you and it makes you feel fulfilled, that's where you want to be. That's the ultimate goal. Because if you find a purpose and it only gives you a good feeling for a short period of time, but you don't feel fulfilled in what you're doing, then that purpose alone is not enough. Now let's just say also, say for instance, that you had multiple purposes and you found 10 things that you did. I'm volunteering, I'm going to the school and volunteering after school in my child's class. I'm going to a nursing home and volunteering there. I'm going with Clark Howard and helping to build homes for the homeless. You have a number of things you're doing. So the question is, how many purposes do you need to get to the feeling of feeling fulfilled, having fulfillment? Let's just say that it takes you 10 and you found 9. So you have 9 things you're doing that's giving you purpose, but those 9 things aren't enough, not until you find the 10th one. Then if you have multiple purposes, then are they equal? So if you had 10 purposes, are they all 10% of helping you find fulfillment? Or is one weighted more heavily where that one that you find is 80% of your fulfillment, the other 9 make up the other 20%, right? There's all kinds of possibilities. So if we're looking for purpose and the ultimate goal is fulfillment, and we're looking at purpose giving us fulfillment in life, then what can help us? From my point of view, Ifá is one of the best tools and roads and paths to go down to help you with that. Why? Well, number one, let's go back since my target audience are those who are new to the culture and religion or orphaned in the religion, let me go back a little bit to give you some background information in terms of the cosmology. So basically, the way we look at it is we are spirits. We're coming through this life in Aye and having a human experience, mind, body, and spirit, but the spirit still lives on after we leave Aye, right? So we are spirit before we come through this life to Aye. We make a decision. We're also, when we're in Orun, some people compare it similar to heaven. You can or cannot do that. But you're in Orun, we are children. So we're spirits, we're children. Spirits are children when we're in Orun. And if we want to become adults and grow up, we need to come through Aye and have the physical experience to grow up to become an adult. Okay? So once we decide and we reach to the point as children, we have friends, friend groups, and we're playing and we're doing all those things. Then when we decide, okay, I want to grow up, I want to do adult things, I want to be a grown-up. So I want to go through Aye. So there's steps that we take to do that. One of the steps is to go to Ajala's house. Ajala is the one who makes the heads, makes the molds, or makes our ori. And ori in Yoruba means both your physical head and then the spiritual head. So Ajala makes our spiritual head. And it's spiritual in the sense it's really not about everything, but it's about the things that can help us reach our material successes in life. So when we're there, we say, okay, I want to do this, or I want to be president of a corporation, or I want to own my own business, or I want to be president of the United States, or whatever. I want to be the best basketball player in the world. Then you would try to pick an ori that you thought can get you to those places, right? So it ends up being, we're choosing kind of like a blueprint or roadmap for what we want to do materially in life. Now, the ori has nothing to do with our character. And one of the other main reasons we come through Aye is to build our character. And Baba Kola Bambola calls it the Iwa Puele test. So we come through Aye and we take the Iwa Puele test, meaning it's a total test of our character, because we have to live with other people while we're here. And character is normally measured on our interactions with others. Not just people, not just humans, animals, nature, etc. How we treat those entities and those things around us has to do with our character. It's not so much of we were just sitting somewhere in space by ourselves, not interacting with anybody or anything. It's more so on our interactions with others, at least in my opinion. So we go through, we pick our Ori, then we go through the travels. We have to go down the river and to come into Aye and be born here. We also, along that path, we encounter the tree of forgetfulness. Okay, so we forget who we were in Orun. We forget what we chose in terms of choosing our Ori, etc. So once we get here and we've forgotten those things, then it would seem to be very difficult to now say, okay, I chose this roadmap. I want to be the best athlete in the world. But when I come here, I no longer remember that. So I'm sitting here like, well, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing in life? What should I focus on? Now, Ifá was in the room. Orunmila was in the room when each of us chose our Oris, right? So Orunmila has all the information for each of our Oris and knows what we chose. So one of the best ways to access that type of information is to go to Orunmila. And that's what Ifá Divination provides. We go to Orunmila. In Orunmila, and the goal in Ifá Divination is to get us, either keep us on our correct path if we're already on our correct path, because we also have intuition and other things, and we may feel our way through and feel like this feels good, I should do this. This doesn't feel good, I shouldn't do that. And, there's a lot of people who don't access, I won't say a lot, but there are some people who don't access divination, and they somehow find their correct path and they do the things they're supposed to be doing. And then if they're doing the things that they chose in their Ori originally, that's going to be the easiest path for them. It's not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be the easiest path for them to take. But most of us get off path, and even if you're on path for a while, you'll get off track and you're going in the wrong direction. So having regular Ifá divinations allows you to get back on path. Ifá will tell you, okay, if you go to Ifá and say, okay, I got this job offer, should I leave my current job and go to this new job? You go to Ifá, Ifá can tell you, well, it's better to keep the job and stay there in that direction you're going now, or it's better to go ahead and move in the direction of a new job. Or I'm thinking about getting in a serious relationship with someone. Go to Ifá, Ifá can tell you if that's a good idea or not a good idea, right? Ifá also can tell you, warn you of hidden things going on with you. It could be something in your health that you're not aware of that's coming and is hovering around you. And Ifá saying, okay, you need to take action now to prevent that from happening or to reduce the seriousness of it. There could be danger lurking. Maybe it's coming up that you're going to get in an auto accident. You need to do that ball, or you need to do some things before then to protect you. You may have hidden enemies that you're not aware of that are working against you behind your back. Ifá can help you with all those things. So, but getting back to your purpose, Ifá can help you know what your purpose is and the direction you need to go in, right? And if you're going in the directions you're supposed to go in, you're learning those lessons from the trials and tribulations of going in that direction, you're celebrating the successes that you encounter, that's going to help you to reach fulfillment in life. You say, okay, I'm going to Ifá, I'm doing these things, they're working out for me, I know I'm doing the things I need to be doing in life. That leads to fulfillment. So the direction that you're going in can help give you the purpose, meaning I need to do X, Y, or Z to reach the goals that I want to reach in life. And as you reach those goals, it will bring you fulfillment. Okay, So to me, Ifá is one of the absolute best tools that you can use for that. Now, religion in general gives some people the purpose and fulfillment that they need. You know, they're worshiping God and they feel good about it, and they're going to church and they feel fulfilled. Okay, that's wonderful. But in general, a lot of people need more than that to really feel fully fulfilled and feel like they're reached their purpose. So if you are having issues with that and you feel like you don't know what your purpose is in life, or what direction you need to be moving in, or you feel unfulfilled, give Ifá a try. Try Ifá out. I believe that you will be totally satisfied and very happy that you did. So anyway, I hope that my thoughts on this was beneficial to you in some type of way, and that you will continue supporting my upcoming podcast. And if you need anything, assistance from me directly, my contact information is in the description, so you can get in contact with me, and we can go from there. So everyone have a blessed day, a prosperous day, and a productive day. Share.